Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of habits. Today taking out a beer I'm really damn excited about because this is another Schlenkerla beer and another new Schlenkerla beer. So I've always said Schlenkerla, but apparently it's Schlenkerla. So they brought out their Weissel this summer, which was something I've been advocating for years, like doing Rauchbiers with different styles, like doing whatever type of Rauchbier with different styles. But the main thing I've been talking about, doing Rauchbier where the malt is smoked over different woods. And the apex Rauchbier producer has done it. Schlenkerla. They make the best Rauchbiers in the world. No one comes close. I'm a huge Schlenkerla fanboy. I love their beers. And Weissel was insane. I still have a couple bottles left. Amazing Nürnberger Rotbier with cherrywood smoked malt. So for the Rauchbier Preservation Day, that's in the summer as well. I think it's in July or something. They release an unfiltered bottled version of their Märzen, which is world class, amazing. But for that event, they also had a special tasting and beer dinner where you got to try another new beer that would premiere soon. And that beer is Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Erle. A Schwarzbier. A smoked Schwarzbier. Oh my lord. So the only other smoked Schwarzbier I've had is from the US, actually. From, what are they called? In Texas? They have a few, they're very, Live Oak. That was really good, but these guys are going to knock it out of the park, I'm sure. So the different thing about this one is that it's with malt smoked over alder wood, or Erle. So alder wood smoke, and alder wood is also often used in like different things, barbecuing and whatnot. And it's also a softer smoke profile. It's not as fruity as a cherry wood. So I guess they thought that would be a wood flavor or a smoke flavor that'd be appropriate with a Schwarzbier. So they say here themselves it's only 4.2% alcohol. That's very low actually. But yeah, 4.2% alcohol. They say here on the back they're talking about it's a Schwarzbier with this unique smoked malt where they use this instead of beechwood smoke, which they always use otherwise for pretty much almost all of their beers. And instead they're using this, which gives a fine complex smokiness, which is not as strong and spicy as a beechwood smoke. And then they use roasted malt in here as well because it's a Schwarzbier, which gives a unique dark color and a nice roast aroma. And yeah, that's pretty much all they have to say. So 4.2%. I'm really, really stoked on this one. And I got to give a massive shout out and a massive thanks to my man Enzo for helping supply some of this, because Schlenkerla stopped shipping to Denmark and the Danish distributor is not getting any of these things. Like, they only get like the core Märzen, once in a while Helles, and usually for Christmas they'll get the Urbock and the Eiche. That's it, which is a damn shame because there's so many other beers from these guys that are awesome. Once in a while you'll also see the Weizen, but it's rare. I think you see most of the stuff. All the unfiltered stuff has not been in Denmark, which is a shame. And I think it's been even in Systembolaget in Sweden. But they stopped shipping to Denmark because of stupid new laws in Denmark about alcohol tax, where, it's silly as the web shop has to prepay the alcohol tax per product or something when a user places an order. And that's too much of a hassle for Schlenkerla, so they're like, yeah, we're not going to ship to Denmark anymore, which was a shame. But luckily, Enzo was awesome to help me get some anyways. And I've talked about Enzo before because he used to work at Brewed in Bamberg. So cheers, man. We actually met in person. Let's stop talking and dive into this. So look at that. Schwarz im Stein, im Gläser, black in the glass with the Schlenkerla mug. Love this. I'm going to be visiting these guys this autumn. It's going to be great with work. But yeah, it's a black color. There is ruby red nuances bleeding through the bottom and the top of the glass. So it's not completely pitch black, but it really looks pitch black on camera. And a slightly tan looking head. Let's check out the aroma on this one. Oh, fresh Rauchbier. It smells so good. It smells so vibrant. it's a really nice smoke. So it's definitely meaty, like beechwood, but it's not as sharp and intense. It's definitely softer, more elegant, like almost more like a bit woody as well, woody smoke. But it definitely has like cold cut. It actually really reminds me of Schwarzwälder ham from Schwarzwald, and I think so. I'm thinking alderwood is a type of, I don't know. There's pine cones on the label, and they've used on the previous one twigs of the tree on the label, and that could be, I guess, alderwood. I actually don't know what alderwood looks like, but there is something that reminds me of Schwarzwälder smoked ham, and that's smoked over pine wood, I think. Then there's definitely like this nice layering effect of roasted malt, burnt wood. It's almost like the roast aroma amplifies the smoke a little bit. Slightly like almost like coca powdery. There's some coffee notes. It's like definitely all about malt, which is really nice. Like you can get both Schwarzbiers that are hoppy or all about malt, but this is super malt forward and a really nice layered smoky character with that like burnt woodiness, almost like a little bit of leather, and that like specifically Schwarzwälder ham I'm thinking of. It smells awesome. I want to drink it. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks, Enzo. There is no competition. There is no competition. These guys make the best Rauchbiers around 4.2%, and it's got a really slick mouthfeel, which is really impressive. Like it's not like crazy full, but like it's only 4.2%. It is feels velvety. Oh, that is a really cool take on Schwarzbier. It's really malt-centric Schwarzbier with that alderwood smoke. And it's definitely more smoky and burnt roasty in the taste than any other, or at least more burnt in the taste than any other Schlenkerla beer because of the roasted malt. Like the smokiness on all the others it's more of like this full-on meat, and there's the fruitiness and the Weissel and whatnot. Whereas this is like, it's almost like slightly burnt meat. Sounds really bad, but or like heavily charred meat because of you have the roasted malt as well, which is really nice, and then like really velvety mouthfeel on it. Touch of hops, not too much, but it's like woody and spicy, really woody, and I think that's also just probably because it's amplified by the smoke. Even a touch of toffee to it, that burnt roasty a nuance, almost like coconutty or mocha like. I think mocha type flavors, almost like a little bit of a coca. Actually, we have cereal in the cupboard right now, which is like granola, which is mocha flavored. There's almost a little bit like a mocha granola type thing to it, paired with smoke. It's quite different, but it works really well. And yeah, burnt kind of like, it's almost also as if this has more of like that barbecue bark type flavor, like on brisket or something like that. You get that often with these Rauchbiers, but because this is a Schwarzbier and you get the roasted layer, you get that like the crustiness even more of like a barbecue burn in on there. And then there is that for sure also that Schwarzwälder ham type thing I talked about, more woodiness, more woody, almost, I know it's not ashy, but woody, crusty, burnt kind of smoke. But it's without being like ashy, burnt, like mouth drying. It's more like flavorsome. It's almost like, yeah, umami heavy, which is really nice. Well, of course, it's umami heavy. It's smoky. Like Schlenkerla beers are really umami bombs. There's a reason why they are the kings of Rauchbier, and I really hope this is a new trend we'll see. I know a lot of these classic breweries, they do not make new beers all the time, but there is so much to dig into Schlenkerla, and you're already doing it with this and the Weissel. I mean, there's so many different woods you could use for smoking, and so many other German classic styles you could explore with this, which I think is appropriate. Even just doing like a doppelbock again, but then with another wood sort. Like you could even do like for Christmas, have a special pack of Eiche, like Eiche and then a double bock where it's alder wood, a double bock cherry wood, a double wood, like just do different kinds of wood smoked double box in a box set for Christmas. I mean, it would be amazing where you could just try all these different types of wood smoke. And I'd love to see them also do barrel aging again, because they did a super small one run a long time ago of barrel aged Eiche, which I never got to try, but that would be really, really fun. But this is world-class Rauchbier, once again. It's more full-on flavor-wise compared to the Weissel, and I think the Weissel is probably a bit more drinkable in the long run, but I still also think this has really high drinkability. I mean, I've pretty much drunk half of it already. So yeah, more Rauchbier to the people. If you guys had a chance to try Aecht Schlenkerla Erle Schwarzbier, let me know what you thought of it. 95, world class from the master of hobbits. Get it. Get the Weissel. I think the Weissel is sold out, but try and see if you can scour some, because it's just outstanding. But I'm also really biased because I love these kind of beers. So yeah, if you guys had the Erle from Aecht Schlenkerla, let me know what you thought of it. This got me so excited. I'm stoked that I have more bottles. Damn good stuff. So yeah, if you had it, let me know. As always, to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and give a huge thanks to Enzo for helping me get some of this. And see you guys in another beer review.